Hello, I'm Viet Cường. You're watching Thái Nguyên News. Let's take a look at today's headlines. The 4th ASEAN Traditional Textile Symposium held in Thái Nguyên Province. Preserving traditional villages of Sericulture in Phu Cốc Village, Tân Phú Commune, Phú Yên District, Thái Nguyên Province. Thái Nguyên ranked 17th in the ranking of PCI 2012. On the evening of March 16th, at the Museum of Cultures of Vietnamese Ethnic Groups, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, in collaboration with Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee and the ASEAN Traditional Textile Arts Community, organized the opening ceremony of the 4th ASEAN Traditional Textile Symposium. On the morning of March 17th, the workshop with the theme, Tradition, Innovation, Connection, Opening Up Innovative Steps in the Textile Traditions of Southeast Asia, was held with the participation of specialists on textile arts, participants from ASEAN countries, and dialogue partners from Canada, Japan, India, and the United States. The workshop had nearly 10 presentations from different countries on how to preserve and promote traditional textiles. Participants also emphasized on the value of textile culture for human life, which was to ensure the vitality of traditional textile products. In addition to improving and innovating technology, each textile village of each country must express the message as well as its country's cultural knowledge in each textile product. For Vietnam in general and Thái Nguyên in particular, the workshop will have specific measures to preserve and promote traditional textile. It is derived from the policy-making level for adequate investment, not in theory to diversify the activities of the textile village. It means that businesses, social activists, and organizations should join with the local government to find out the solution to preserve these villages. On March 14th in Hanoi, the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry, VCCI, announced the results of Provincial Competitive Index Survey, PCI, of 63 localities of Vietnam in 2012. In the ranking of the PCI, Thái Nguyên was considered a phenomenon, dramatically rising up to 40 steps in the ranking from number 57 in 2011 to number 17 in 2012. Accordingly, the 5/9 criteria of PCI assessment of Thái Nguyên Province increased tremendously compared to 2011. In the northern region, Thái Nguyên ranks behind Lào Cai and Bắc Ninh. Although not in a high position, the ranking shows that the great efforts of Thái Nguyên provincial government during the past year were recognized by the businesses community. Ranking the 17th for the first time, Thái Nguyên belonged to the group with good operation quality. At the launching ceremony of announcing the PCI, Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Department of the U.S. International Development, USAID, rewarded Thái Nguyên Province and the other 3 provinces of Vĩnh Long, Bình Định, and Trà Vinh for their efforts in improving the quality of operating the economy, creating a favorable business environment. Also on March 14, the delegation of the Ministry of Public Security visited and worked with Thái Nguyên Provincial Police. At the meeting, Mr. Nguyễn Như Tuấn, Director of Thái Nguyên Provincial Police Office, reported some outstanding achievements of the public security in 2012 and the first months of 2013. These achievements include the reduction of criminal offense made compared to the previous years. The rate of investigating and solving criminal cases was about 85%. Traffic order and safety is reduced in all 3 criteria. Effective state management of security and order was enhanced. At the meeting, Mr. Nguyễn Đình Phách, Secretary of Thái Nguyên Provincial Party Committee, and Mr. Đặng Văn Hiếu, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Public Security, commended the achievements of the police officers of Thái Nguyên Provincial Police, especially when it was given the excellent flag of competition in the movement for national security by the Ministry of Public Security last year. The provincial leaders also highlighted a number of key tasks in 2013 that should be done by Thái Nguyên Provincial Police. These are the protection of internal political, religious, and internet security, measures to improve the rate of investigating and solving criminal cases and reduce crime. In the first 2 months of 2013, the total export value of Thái reached $18.8 million, rising over 33% compared to the same period in 2012. Textile and garment showed the highest growth of export items, achieving nearly 96%. From the early days of the new year, after the Tet holiday, production activities in many textile enterprises in the province grew at a fast and exciting speed. In the difficult economic situation, a regular and stable job helps employees get more attached to textile and garment enterprises. It is noted that in February, although lower than in January, the value of textile and garment export grew by almost 63% compared to the same period and occupied more than 56% of the province's total export value. According to the information from the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the production and export of textile and garment are now quite optimistic because production orders are stable until the end of the second quarter, even the third quarter. This is good news for export sector of Thái Nguyên, particularly the textile and garment export this year, as the export figures of the year 2012 were minimized in 6 targets, which did not complete the plan. Newly recognized as a provincial handicraft village in 2009, but the work for planting mulberry, raising silkworms in Phú Cốc village, Tân Phú commune, Phú Yên district, Thái Nguyên province, has been in existence for a long time. Aside from providing a stable income for local people, the cultural and traditional beauty of the village, located next to Cầu Bridge, needs to be preserved and respected. Although it has just finished the first litter of silkworm and still waiting for a new one, the land of Phú Cốc Sericulture village appears to have scattered mulberry plants, which are taken care of by local farmers. Mulberry growing, silkworms feeding, and silk unraveling are harmonic and have an inseparable coherence. Silkworms only eat clean mulberry leaves and release golden soft silk fibers. With experience from her ancestors, Mrs. Lê Thị Giới, an old woman, works hard to take care of 720 square meters of mulberry every day. Sericulture has existed here for a long time. Many families have given up on sericulture, but it is still maintained by my family because it is more efficient than raising other animals. Particularly, this is the traditional craft of the ancestors that must be preserved. Like Lê Thị Giới family, Trần Quốc Toàn family in Đình Hamlet, Tân Phú commune, Phú Bình district, has still maintained the largest sericulture model in the village and is now busy preparing for the coming silkworm litters. Mulberry cultivation and silkworm rearing were passed down from his father. Through the ups and downs of life, his family continues to maintain the traditional craft. Phú Cốc Sericulture village consists of households in 4 hamlets, but only about 300 households held on the job with limited mulberry area of just over 10 hectares. Although faced with many problems, such as lack of human labor, easily affected silkworm, or stringent mulberry care techniques and unfair price controlled by traders, the farmers of Phú Cốc village reaffirmed their determination to maintain traditional craft. This is a policy that needs support from different agencies of the government to help local farmers find out the ways to overcome difficulties. Sericulture is in danger of extinction. We are looking forward to being supported by the levels of the government, departments, agencies in terms of capital, machinery, scientific and technical training to continuously develop our traditional craft. In particular, the state should have policies to support outlets for the sericulture products of Phú Cốc traditional village. The silkworm breeding is not easy. It requires thorough care from the farmers. Despite the hard work, local residents of Sericulture Phú Cốc village feel proud of their products that bring out the beauty of their traditional culture. No matter how difficult it may be, the farmers are greatly determined to keep their traditional craft for the well-being of their children and their future grandchildren. And that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.